let's introduce the ingredients. We have 2 eggs. Everything is on the notes, but these are the ingredients. We have vegetable oil, we have granulated sugar, we have buttermilk, that's 1 teaspoon baking powder and then 1 teaspoon baking soda. We have the flour, salt and cocoa powder. Then this is the variant of red food coloring. I use Excellent Blend. I think it's 2.5 or thereabouts, and it's very good for your red velvet cake. So you can buy this brand because it's very good. And then they reduce it to like 500 ml size, but this is our flavor. So let's get into it. So in a clean bowl, you add in your sugar, vegetable oil and eggs. So make sure you strain the oil very well. You can use your spatula to scrape the bowl so that you will not leave your remaining oil on the bowl, because now here we are managing ingredients, so don't waste anything. These are eggs. You also make sure you scrape. I know I did not scrape on the video, but I did off camera. So you use your hand wicks. You can use normal wicks, not electric hand mixer. You can use a hand wicks, but the main thing is make sure you mix it very well. Make sure you mix it you should mix it for about 5 to 10 minutes if possible, because we want it to be fully incorporated, and again it will give it this fluffy texture the cake has. Like when you finish, you see that the cake has a bounce to it. This is the flour baking. You add the baking powder into the flour, that's into the dry ingredient. You don't add the baking soda. You'll see what we'll do with the baking soda at the end of the video, but this is what you do. You just add your baking powder into the other dry ingredient, and then you whisk it very well. So that everything will be fully incorporated. You can even add everything together before you sieve the flour, just so that everything is fully incorporated. Now add your flavor into your wet ingredients. You add 2 teaspoons of that into the wet ingredient. This particular flavor I use is not really strong, so probably get a very good one. The good one I had was finished, and then I went to buy it. Wasn't restocked, so I just had to buy what was available at the moment. So please get a very good brand of vanilla flavor, maybe the Mekang variant. It is very good, so it will serve very well. Then you add your food color into the cake, the dry ingredients, that's the flour and the cocoa powder mixture. So you add your food coloring into it. Oopsie, well, it doesn't really matter. You can also add the color into the wet ingredient. It doesn't really matter, but I think it's preferable to do it inside the flour. You mix it well. You mix it together well so that it is fully incorporated. So gradually you would alternate between the buttermilk and the flour mixture until it is fully incorporated and you have a good consistency. Well, at this point you do not even need to over mix, because if you over mix, the cake will become dense. So you should be careful when mixing. I would even advise you use a spatula at this point, because you don't really need to mix it too much. If you notice here, I did not even put on the hand mixer. I just kept using it to stir like that. So you see, you don't even have to on it at this point. Now I on it so that I'll be fast and I'll move but you can use a hand whisk, you can use your spatula to do that very fast, and it will be all good. So you put the remaining part of your buttermilk and your flour, and then your batter is going to be ready when you do that. Here we are done mixing, and well, I'm trying to clean up a bit so that I'll reduce the mess I made. So that's the baking soda, and then in the baking soda you would add 1 teaspoon of white vinegar to the baking soda, and you see the reaction, it's foamy. That is the reaction between baking soda and vinegar. So when you do this, you shake, and then you add it to your batter. It comes last so that the reaction will still be there, and then to give your batter a very great texture after it's baked. You mix, and then you turn it in a lined pan. You know how to line a pan for moist cake, because if you do not line the pan, the cake will not come out clean. So you can divide this in 2 8-inch pan or 2 7-inch pan, and then 3 6-inch pan if you want, but I just turned everything in 1 8-inch pan because I did not really want to use it for a decorated cake. I just wanted to use it for cake parfait, so I did not see the need to divide it. I'm trying to save my girl the stress of washing the extra pan, but you get the drill. So after everything, you tap so that the air bubbles will be released, and then you put it in a preheated oven and bake
until its cure comes out clean.
After it is done, and we are going to open it and then cut so that we'll see what it looks like. So please note, you'll notice it looks a bit dark on the outside. It's just as a result of the cocoa powder we used, and it is not a problem. Red velvet cake doesn't have to be pure red as some people would expect it to be, but the inside is red, the outside is a bit brown because of the cocoa powder we used. And cocoa powder adds flavor to the cake. Look at how fluffy this cake looks. Just look at how fluffy it looks. So everything, there's a reason for everything in baking. The cocoa powder, I've tasted the one without cocoa powder, and the difference is clear. Like if you don't add cocoa powder, the taste is giving you one kind. So thank you for watching.